Okay, next single lady, come on out. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Ruby J.
Ruby J, how old are you?
I'm 27.
And what do you do?
I'm a student dietitian and I own my own hair business.
You smell gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
What do you like to do for fun?
I like to go to church events, I go to the gym, anything adventurous. I like to try new restaurants and spend time with my family and friends.
Lovely. So what are some of the things you look for in a guy?
A man after God's own heart, someone who is intelligent, a leader, and someone who is family orientated.
Okay, and what could be some of your deal breakers?
If you have children, if you're someone who isn't family orientated, you're not ambitious, and you're not a Christian.
Okay. All right. Well, Ruby J is going really, really well for you. There's no popped balloons, so I will give you this pick just here. Hang on to that.
Thank you.
And there's quite a few balloons here, so I want you to pop just one.
Okay.
Go ahead when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, you can hang on just over here. Your name and age and reason you had your balloon unpopped.
Yeah, my name is Tusis and I'm 29. The reason why I had my balloon unpopped is I wanted to hear more about you, and also I wanted to know, where did you say you're from? Did you say?
What country am I from?
Yeah, what country you
Jamaica
from?
and Bermuda.
Oh, Jamaica and Bermuda. Okay, yeah, I've dated a few like Jamaican girls like from the Caribbeans and that, so I could tell like, okay, cool, you get me. So obviously I wanted to know more about you. You look beautiful and that.
Thank
so you get me, yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
And why have you popped Susie's balloon?
Just because of the height, I'm just looking for someone a bit taller. But you're very handsome and you're dressed well. So.
And well, in bed we can be the same height.
Negative.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's go down over here. Okay, Ruby J, like I said, there's quite a few balloons for you. Would you like to go ahead and ask the guys a question?
What season in your life has taught you the most about yourself?
Good one. Okay, your name and age, and if you can go ahead and answer her question.
My name is Vanis, I'm 30 years old. What season? What do you mean with what season though?
Like some people have periods in their life where they may have lost a job, a loved one, where a lot of people experience depression, so different things like that.
Just depression or positivity as well?
Anything.
I'll probably say when I became a fitness instructor. When I became a fitness instructor, as I teach my own class now, which is called Fresh Burnout, and I love to help people. So that changed me in a way that I want to help more people, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. Your name and age and answer to her question.
My name's Keenan, I'm 28, and I'd say the season that defines me the most is when I was younger, I was actually kicked out, and I didn't give up. It shows myself how strong I am, because I feel like before that, before a traumatic episode or something that happens in your life, you don't know how strong you are. Yeah. And it showed me how strong I was, how resilient I am. And, I've come a long way from having anxiety after the situation, depression, and I'm a lot stronger now. So very defining, yeah.
Okay.
Good on you. Okay. Your name and age and answer to her question.
My name's Stolson, I'm 29 years old. So the season, I work in the healthcare industry.
Okay.
So there's this time, service user, we were actually like very close, you know what I mean? Like I look after him, but he died, he passed away. Okay. So like I felt it, you know what I mean? Like I realized like my job, you have to be more like very empathetic, you know what I mean? And it was just like a season of my life where you only have one life and he was happy, and it's just, I still think about it sometimes because of the connection we both have. But yeah.
Thank you. Your name and age and answer to her question.
Pray 30. Sorry, can you repeat the question again? I didn't hear you clearly.
What season of your life has taught you the most about yourself?
Okay. Probably, yeah, when I lost my job, like when I moved out. But apart from that, like a lot of stuff was happening, like death in the family, even like near-death experience for me as well. And then I think that moment, that just made me realize that like God is very important, that you only have one life, and it's like you can go, and of course people say leave a legacy on earth, but it's always about like, is God even happy with what you did? Like, was your life cut short because of the choices that you made? Like, I know people like to say, oh, when people die, like, oh, it was their time. Like, I don't believe that. I feel like sometimes we make choices that cuts us short, if that makes sense. So I think that whole like 6-month period just made me realize that, like, I think, you know, you get raised up in church and stuff like that, but I feel like that period I got to know God for myself and how real and important he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Your name and age and answer to a question.
My name is Bada, 28 years old, and season of my life, that would be my spiritual awakening.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was quite traumatic, quite deep. But to summarize it, got to know myself, got to know God for myself, and, you know, deal with my shadow in a way that I never did before.
Okay.
So usually I'm the guy that people come to like solve the problems and shadow type situations.
Okay.
But no one was there for me on my own turn. So it was like, yeah, I had to give myself my medicine.
Okay.
Type of thing, yeah.
Thank you. Your name and age and answer to a question.
Hello, my name is Chifo. I'm 28. And to answer to your question is last year, I was homeless. I slept in my car for 8 months because I lost my job. I was facing legal issues. Do you understand? I remember me putting petrol in the car to make as a heating and that.
Wow.
So I remember myself, like, I became lazy. I was in mental breakdown in that. So I started hustling. I found 2 pastors. They gave me a job in painting, decorating. That's after 8 months in it. So when I started going to church, that's how I started making my money. Then start investing in cars. So last year was very tough for me, do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Your name and age and if you can answer her question.
I'm Terrence, I'm 28. Mine was a bit unfortunate. It's when one of my closest friends took his own life. I made me realize that I wasn't looking after, you know, people's mental health enough, or I wasn't checking up on people enough. So it altered my brain chemistry a little bit to check up on people a lot more.
Yeah.
So that made me a lot more closer to my friends, family, and yeah, just look after them a little bit better.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, that was heavy. Good question, though. That was very heavy. I mean, you have heard the fellas here give their answer. I do want to know a season in your life that kind of shifted you a little bit.
Okay, so it was last year when my aunt passed away from breast cancer. That was the season of my life that taught me the most about my faith. And I got strengthened the most in that. I learned a lot about myself, a lot about God, a lot about what faith and praying through faith can actually do. And I would say I'm a completely different person from that. So, yeah.
All right. I mean, this is heavy.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Ruby J, I will ask you now to go ahead and pop 2 balloons.
Okay.
When you're ready, you can go ahead and do so.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. If you can tell us a little bit why you had your balloon unpopped.
My name is Tosim 29. She looks beautiful. I just wanted to hear know more about her. So yeah, man.
Thank you. And why did you pop his balloon?
Outside of his answer to the question, I'm just not physically attracted to him. So that's the main reason why.
And why not?
He's just not my usual type. I don't like anyone that has hair. But it depends. So don't pop if you have hair. It depends. Yeah.
So maybe it's the
It's just the way his hair is styled.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
What type of hair do you like?
If you do have hair, it's got to be properly styled, like well kept. And I don't really like do-rags or anything outside of the house. And just because this is a first impression, you may not wear it every day, but I just kind of expect you to show up how
So
I
it's
would.
just the hair, yeah?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you. Let's move on down over here. Why did you have your balloon unpopped?
She's very well put together, so and she looks nice. I had a nice eye contact when she walked in. Well, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. And why did you pop his balloon?
The answer to your question, you said shadow work and that I don't like that.
So the term shadow work doesn't really mean practices. It means understanding yourself where you come short if you have a standard, basically. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then instead of focusing outside or blaming the world about your problems, you fix it yourself. So.
Yeah, I think just because shadow work has negative connotations, from what I understand about it,
Do you mind sharing on that?
it's more so like doing darker things, going into kind of darker magic kind of work. Whereas I'm a believer and follower of Christ, so
I'm
anything
a believer and follower of Christ as well, but
it's the shadow
okay,
work
fine.
for me.
In the Bible, what would you call it?
I don't think there's a correlation between shadow work and being a follower of Jesus Christ.
No,
to be
what's
honest.
the term? Let's say you fell short last year, right? And then this year you want to put yourself on a better standard for your life. What would you call that process?
Well, in Christianity, once you sin, well, if you sin, as all human beings, we do sin. So you repent. But repentance isn't just saying a prayer.
I think
It's
the word you're
changing.
looking for is personal development.
You said shadow work or shadow.
That's what you're looking for.
I think we'll just leave it there for now. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's come on down over here. All right. Ruby J, go ahead and ask the lads one more question.
Okay. What's one thing you want the closest people to you to remember about you?
Closest people to you, what do you want them to remember about you?
I would say my kindness and the way I work hard, ambitious as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And same with you.
I believe that one of my purposes on this earth is to make other people happy and make other people smile. So that's why I can be quite jokey and mess about, especially with the little ones in my family. So I definitely like them to remember me as the fun one, the exciting one, and outgoing and funny. Yeah.
Thank you. And with you, what would you like to be remembered for?
Being helpful. I believe I'm like the golden child in my family, so helping all my family and my friends.
Okay.
Thank you. And same with you.
I want people to remember like how hard I go for them, the way I hustle, the union as well. I like to help people when I can, you know. Yeah, that's it, to be honest. Yeah.
Thank you. And with you?
Just someone that shows up, no matter if it's like important in their life or if it's important for mine. Just someone that shows up for family and friends. That's the main thing for me. It's just when they turn around and be like, yeah, he's always there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nice.
A lot to think about here.
Yeah.
However, I am going to ask you to pop 2 balloons if you're good and ready.
Okay.
Yes, 2 balloons when you're ready.
Sorry.
You try to keep that balloon. Tell us, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
She was pretty much my type. I like that she's very much into her faith, and you get that vibe that she's a really good person. So
Thank you.
I thought, just like, let's see how this goes. But yeah, it's the height, isn't it?
Is it the height?
Yeah. Your answer was amazing. You're very well put together and you're handsome. So
Thank you.
everyone's answers are great. So it's literally just that.
Yeah, that's okay. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Why did you have your balloon unpopped?
You know, she looks appealing though. You smell delicious as well.
Thank you.
You're a Christian person, I like that. You know, yeah, that's it, to be honest.
Okay.
And why did you end up popping his balloon?
It was just a similar thing in terms of attraction. Your answer was amazing. I liked your answer to my first and my second question. And you're very handsome and you're very well put together as well. But you're just not my type. That's all.
No worries, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ruby, you still have 3 balloons unpopped. Go ahead and ask the lads another question.
Okay. How do you react in situations where things change unexpectedly? For example, let's say you have to catch a flight to somewhere really important and you end up missing your flight. How would you react or handle that situation?
Okay, let's start down here. We can work our way back down. If you can have your answer.
I'm the calmest person you'll ever meet. Like, everyone says that about my demeanor, even at work. They say, like, when panic is there, like, I'm just calm because, like, if we missed it, we missed it. It's now working on, okay, how can we get to our destination now? I'm not kind of person that worries about something that's already happened. We've got to think about the future and how to amend it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. And if we can get your answer as well.
I'm very real. So when it comes to like change, it's obviously uncomfortable, but it's all about how you handle it. For me, I like to think I'm very calm in those situations. A lot of the time when like things happen, I think I'm gonna be like, oh my God, but actually in turn, like I'm very strategic in the way that I think. So the first thing I'd probably do in an airport situation, miss your flight, is try and talk to the right people. And a lot of the time, people are actually really willing to help when you're calm and you say the right things. I found myself being able to get around certain rules, being able to be calm and make relationships and have good conversations with people.
Okay.
Thank you. And if we can get your answer as well.
Obviously, I'll be upset, but I do believe that everything happened for a reason. So I'll be positive and then probably book another flight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so 3 wonderful answers just there, but I want to know, what would you do?
So I'm also a super calm person. I would just go about booking another flight, seeing if I can still go to the same place but get a stopover. I would be calm about it because you just never know why you may have missed a flight. You don't know what God was protecting you from. So it's just always best to keep calm, and that's just how I am.
Okay, all right, good one. All right, girl, I need you to go ahead and pop 1 balloon.
Okay.
It's getting tough now, isn't it? Or maybe not.
Sorry.
Okay, let us know why you had your balloon unpopped.
She's really pretty, and I think, she's my type. That's
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And why did you pop his balloon?
Your answers were great. You're very well put together.
Thank you.
But it's just based off attraction, really. And yeah, that's about it. But your answers were great. It's really hard. All your answers are amazing. And you all addressed really well. So it's tough. But yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. All right, lads. So there's 2 balloons unpopped. I need to get some questions from you for Ruby J. I'm going to start with you. You seem like you're the most ready. If you can go ahead and give her your question.
My first question is, what do you like to do in your free time?
So I go to church every Sunday. In my free time, I go to the gym, or I go to gym events or church events. Spend a lot of time with my family and my friends. That's the main thing I do. I do a lot of Bible study as well. Yeah, that's really all I do.
Okay. When it comes to like, so you're Christian?
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously I was raised in a home with parents that are non-God believers, but my grandparents are God believers, and I am also a God believer, but I don't necessarily have a religion per se. But I'm very open to the idea of religions, and obviously Christianity, it being in my family, is the one that I would look into first.
Yeah.
But how are you with the idea that currently I've not got a specific religion? Are you willing to teach me? Because I'm willing to understand more about God. I've always wanted to be closer with God, but because my parents are not very close with God, I don't have that initial connection. So yeah, I mean, I'm fully open to going to churches and understanding and learning about Christ. But are you willing to teach and educate yourself?
Ideally, I wouldn't want to, only because of how I want my marriage and my relationship to be structured. I want the man to be the head and I'm going to submit to him. So you already have to be submitted to Christ in order for me to submit to you.
Yeah.
So ideally, I wouldn't want to be leading you to Christ. I would want you to find him on your own and have your own reason, because that's how you're going to stay and stick to the faith. And then that's how we're going to have a long marriage. If I lead you there, it's not really going to work.
No, I hear that. Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a lot more that I could lead you into and teach you about. You know, sadly, I didn't have the education about Christ and stuff growing up. I wish I did more. But I understand your perspective on like wanting a man that's already kind of there and following their own pathway towards God. I definitely am. Just a bit of a slower path for me than other people. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, if we can have your question for Ruby.
What's your relationship with God or Jesus like?
It's great. It's amazing. It's gone from strength to strength.
Yeah.
So me and him are one. We're best friends. We see eye to eye. We talk regularly. Yeah, I'm in my word. I'm trying to live as best as I can and follow in his footsteps and please him and just do what I'm supposed to do with the time we're given on earth.
What led you to Christ?
Oh, nothing really led me.
Yeah.
I would say my mum has a big part to play. She was my first impression of a Christian woman. And just through her, I learned what it is to have faith as a human being, what it is to walk this life and try to be as godlike as you can. And that kind of just led me into Christianity naturally, I would say, from a very, very young age. I was never forced into it as well. She didn't force us as children.
Yeah.
And then I just had my own encounters with him. And it was just like that. I just continued following him. I had 2 years where I wasn't being obedient.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went back and we've been ever since.
I feel like with faith, it like kind of, you know, like within Christianity, there's different like, I don't want to say departments, but different
Denominations?
Denominations. Like, for example, which one do you feel like you'll fall under? Or like, for example, like I have tattoos and like in some churches or some denominations, they're proper against that and like I wouldn't be accepted. Like, kind of like, what is your like take on those kind of things?
Well, I go to a Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily follow a denomination.
Yeah.
It's just more so being a follower of Jesus Christ, being someone who's Bible-led, in their Bible, following the word, doing what it says, not necessarily what a organization tells you to do.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a part of any, but I go to a Pentecostal church. And in terms of tattoos, if you go to church and you're being judged for tattoos, you're not in the right church.
Okay. Can I ask more? Or can I?
Yeah. You're out of questions. Good questions, though. Really good questions. All right, Ruby J, you have now heard the questions that they had for you. Based on the questions and the answers that you received, could you go ahead and pop just one balloon?
Can I ask a question first?
Okay, go ahead.
So, being a follower of Christ, I am celibate and will be abstaining from anything sexual until I'm married. What is your stance on that? If you're not someone who's already abstaining, then it won't necessarily work because you may be tempted, I won't be tempted. And I need you to be already leading in that area.
Okay, very important question. If you can have your answer.
I think that sexual pleasure isn't the be all and end all. It's definitely something that I have done, of course, and but it's not that if someone is showing you that they are wifey material and there's someone that you want to proceed with into the future, then abstinence isn't going to be something that would deter me.
Okay.
How long would you... No, genuinely. How long do you believe it takes for you to get to know someone before marriage is in the question? That's a separate question to the abstinence thing.
So for me, I'm dating to marry. So if we're dating, I already see some potential in you. You should already see more potential in me because you're the man, you're leading, you're choosing. I'm going to end up submitting to you in the end anyway. Personally, dating someone, in a year, I should be engaged.
Yeah.
The next year, we should be married.
Okay. No,
2 months relationship.
The reason I ask is some people have the point of view of like, you don't really know someone until you've been with them 5 years. So it depends. I just want to see your like mindset on that kind of thing. I'm someone that if I like someone and I'm really down to ride, like marriage can be around the corner, of course, 100%. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the abstinence things. It's not a problem. If I see a future with us, 100%, it's not a problem.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, and same question to you.
you said that you won't be tempted.
No.
How come? Like, because I feel like I feel like everyone battles with that temptation. I just want to know, like, how come you're not, like, you don't have that temptation?
I have reverence for Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm very scared. So I would like, where I can control sin, or where I can, the Bible says to flee from temptation, I will do so. So that it's not worth it at the end of the day. My soul is not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I think I just have a really strong why as to why I won't do it. And I've been and I am anchored in that reason. So there's nothing that will sway me from that.
Yeah. I feel like if I see you as a wife, then, and obviously I love you, then yeah, that's something that can get me to the side.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
No?
Girl. Okay. All the questions have been asked. Okay. So like I said, you have got 2 balloons. I need you to make another decision right now and go ahead and pop just one.
This is really hard.
I know. And they've given some really, really good answers.
Yeah.
So just kind of like think about everything that they've said, what you're seeing, the vibe you're picking up on. And then once you get there, pop the 1 balloon.
What? Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's stay right over here. Why did you keep your balloon for Ruby J?
She's beautiful.
Thank you.
Straight.
Thank you.
No, and I like the way she carries herself, her dress, mentioning her faith in Christ, like, yeah, everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And why did you end up popping his balloon?
It was just the question about why I wouldn't be tempted. It gave you would be tempted.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I want to know. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like every man would be tempted by that, because I feel like just the way men are designed. Like, of course, flee temptation 100%, but we would be like, if I'm around you, that would be something that's a temptation, because men are we're attracted to where a woman looks. So doesn't mean I'll always go through with it, but 100% temptation would be there. I can't lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, let's come over here. So you still have your balloon. I'm going to call you to the front here with me. Do you have any final questions for one another?
Trying to think of a long-winded question.
I mean, it's also fine if you don't have a question right now. It's okay.
Maybe if you want to go first, and then I'll think of my question, darling.
Okay, simple one. What area do you live in?
I live in North London currently, and I'm actually going to be moving to Colchester soon. Yeah.
That's kind of far.
Hey, it depends on the person and whether it's worth it for the travel, innit?
Okay.
I'm always in London. I do content creation, I do modelling, and my work is still currently in London. So I'm in London all the time. My family's here. I'm very close to my family now as well. So I'm always going to be in London. So whereabouts do you live?
In Lewisham.
Lewisham, okay.
Yeah,
South
South East.
London, yeah.
So was that your question then?
No, it wasn't. Damn. I mean, I don't really have a question. I think you're very well put together. You explained yourself very clearly, so I don't really have a question. Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. I have my final question for the 2 of you. Is it a yes for you, for Ruby J?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And is it a yes for you?
Yes.
We've got a match! Get rid of that balloon. Let me grab this mic. Go ahead and take your girl. Take your girl. Give them a round of applause, guys.